And welcome to Gilbert's Fest. It's Community Days out here in Gilbert's on a Saturday afternoon. We are on YouTube, WRMN's YouTube page. And I'm Marky B from the first shift. I'm joined by the director, Dino Delaley. It's just the beginning of the day here. We're a little bit late getting on because the day is a little bit late getting started. We have some light rain in the area. We've had some rain over the past couple of hours. But Dino, I think this rain that we have here is going to curtail in the next couple of hours. And even though the people might be a little slow to get here at Community Days today, they will filter in and we will have live music, and it's supposed to dry up in a couple of hours. So it's fun to be on stage today.
Absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, speak with everybody, meet the people from Gilbert's. And yeah, I was looking at the weather. When we said we were going to originally be on at 12 noon, and we postponed it a bit, hoping we'd dry up. Already we've got just a little drizzle right now, which is great. I think we're going to have maybe about an hour and a half worth of some heavy rain. And then after that, it's going to lighten up. They've been here since Thursday. Their festivities started Thursday at 6 o'clock. They started out with a nice carnival. Friday, they were here. Yesterday, had a carnival. You said you even came out yesterday for a little bit. So today, they got a whole host of things. Obviously, the carnival's still going to be here. We're hoping to do some interviews and some discussions with a lot of the businesses that have supported this event. You get a town like Gilbert's, a nice small hometown. Everybody that participates, it's their contribution is just paramount. I mean, they got some local food and wine people that have come out. They got Pub 72. I'm reading right off their nice program. Black Hawk Barbecue and Seafood. Uh, Locos. They got Grill and Lemonade. Who's that? Um, the Knights of Columbus, which I happen to be a member of also. They supported this event. Citrus Smashers. And what's this one here? The Calzone. How can you miss a calzone, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, they got some good food here lined up. They got some great business partners that we're going to bring up a few here. They're going to have a classic car show. As you know, a lot of the guys with their cars, they're not going to bring them out in this inclement weather, but I'm sure you're going to get still a good handful of cars here. DJ Rudy K is the one that's hosted the car show. The American Legion, they're going to be an honor guard tribute to the veterans. That's at 3 o'clock today. So there's a lineup of good activities out here. They got some great bands. Today they got the Hairbangers Ball, Run Forest Run, Smoking Guns, and the Eric Case Band. So they got a lot of nice cover bands. I've heard a couple of them. That Hairbanger, I've heard them. They've been around for a long time. So I think you're going to enjoy yourself. Don't let this weather keep you out. It's a little hazy right now, but like I say, we're going to get some good weather, and it's just going to be a great day. So I think, Mark, what are you going to do? We're going to get a few of our business vendors up here. What do you think?
Yeah. We're going to get a few. We have some Elgin business vendors that are actually sponsors of this Gilbert's Fest, and I believe we're going to have somebody on the stage here in just a couple of minutes. That car show you were talking about, it's at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I think the weather for tomorrow is supposed to be perfect. So I believe that's going to be at the Pub 72 parking lot, perhaps, where the car show is tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. So the Gilbert's Fest goes all the way through until tomorrow night. Yeah, Cruisin' and Pub 72, the two businesses that are going to host the car show tomorrow. Got a lot of open chairs for you right now. They're a little wet right now, but they'll dry up because later on today, I think we're going to have a dry day of music. And come see us. There's great food. Of course, we're going to be here for, I don't know, about half an hour here on the stage. Then we're going to have to give way because the first band this afternoon starts at about 1:30, and it's the Eric Case Band. I look forward to seeing Smoking Guns later on this afternoon. We did have a good time last night. We were here watching a couple of the bands play, Tennessee Whiskey and Libido Funk Circus. I've never seen them before. They were really good and pretty entertaining last night. So a lot of fun here in Gilbert's. And we also have some things, Dean, to talk about when it comes to WRMN. While I'm recruiting an interview or two, you want to tell us about this movie that we're a part of. It's for profit in theaters on June the 21st. And we're going to be heavily involved with this movie, and we're proud to be associated with them. And you've kind of put this together from the start. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I'd be happy to. It's been really a pleasure, a privilege more than anything to be a part of this. As a matter of fact, we have, you go right onto that QR code, and I'll give you all the information about it. Essentially, what it is, this film, I think it was about 6 years ago, was filmed right in the WRMN studios. And it's a Christian-based film, but it's not your typical Christian-based film. It's got some good humor. It's got some good, strong messages, to put it bluntly. And I think everyone's going to enjoy it. And it's going to be in theaters on June the 21st. You go to our website, go to our Facebook page. We're going to be doing a lot of promotions on it. We're going to have a lot of the actors in studio, giving some interviews, letting us know what it was like. But to set the stage, the whole film was shot in the city of Elgin, neighboring community right here to Gilbert's, and you'll recognize all the city streets, all the little highlights, all the little spots that, oh, I know where that's at. And you'll drive down the street, you say, oh, they shot such and such over here. So I think it's going to be a very you're going to love the movie. You're going to love the message. You're going to definitely enjoy the movie, but you're going to like the fact that being filmed in Elgin, it gives you that personal connection. They used our radio station, WRMN, and it's referenced. They even used the call letters throughout the movie. And it's with the Pads group as well. City of Elgin is behind it. There's going to be a private red carpet premiere on the 11th, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities to help the Pads organizations. WRMN is with them. City of Elgin is doing so, and that is open up to anybody who would like to help any Pads organization. It's a good cause, and we'll give you again some more details as they unfold. But just for right now, it's called For Profit, not the money profit. Like the profit. It spreads the good word, and which goes really hand in glove with a lot of what we've been changing at WRMN. We're trying to make the station non-divisive. I mean, we've had a lot of debates all the time, and this one wants to argue about this one wants to argue about that. Our style is changing to where we want to have nice discussions. We're talking about the river. We're talking about those dams. We're talking about different political situations in all these communities because we service the Fox River Valley. We're located and our home is in Elgin. City of Elgin is, where the radio station is, but we service the Fox River Valley. And our goal and commitment with my partner Sonar, we have wanted to make sure that we get the message from the whole Fox River Valley, all the communications, things that's happening around our area, which is why we're here today. And we were invited to be a guest at Gilbert's, their community days. Kind of reminds me of Westchester, where I grew up. It was a nice, small little town, and a lot of people knew each other. In fact, my dad helped out with the parade for years, and it was always fun. That was a cool experience. But you look around here, this is the same feeling. I'm seeing people starting to come in now. I'm seeing the food trucks getting geared up. And I think if you come out, you're going to have a great time. Rain or shine, you're with your people. And I think that's what it's all about. So we have so much to talk about. We want to get some of these interviews going with the sponsors. In fact, now I do have a proper sponsor sheet. There's Plody Property Management. There's Rec Auto Group. You got Elgin Recycling, Brown Commercial Group, Shocks Towing, GC Realty, Woodman's Markets, Scrudo, Midwest Ecological, G&R Heating and Air. I hope I say this right. Bespoke Motor Union, of course, Dunkin' Donuts, O'Carroll Electrical, Robinson Engineering, Pirtano, Ansel Blink, Sergio's Auto Body, Hypermax, B&B Technologies, Beard and Warner, NIS. You have, I don't know what group that is, but you have Megan Barnes Group with Ant Properties and Myers Signs. So you have so many sponsors here, and some of the others that I mentioned, Knights of Columbus, American Legion. So I mean, there's so many here. The president, Guy Zambetti, is entrusted the gentleman who's actually the organizer, Riley Lynch, who's done a great job putting this together. And this is something that this takes a small army of people to put together festivals. I mean, if anybody knows anything about them, and I applaud everybody's efforts. Don't let the rain get you down because the show's going to go on. This is a rain or shine event, and I think you're going to enjoy yourself. Come on out here, just like I tell you about our platform with WRMN. It's not just two people; it's our whole staff, it's our whole group that we're trying to make a difference in the communities as Gilbert is certainly making a difference in theirs. So I just got done talking your ear off as we're stalling to get these folks up so we can get a couple of business people, learn a little more about them and how they support the community. So I'm going to get a little bit back to Mark.
Thanks, Dino. Yeah, and it's always kind of fun to come to festivals for lots of different reasons. One reason for us is because it gives us a chance to steal some ideas for our own festival, which will be coming up on September the 7th, America's First Responders Fest, and that'll be Saturday, September the 7th, over at Panton Mill Park in South Elgin. Our festival is a one-day event, not a three-day event like this one. We do it all in one day, and we pay tribute to law enforcement officials. We pay tribute to the fire officials of the entire area, not just Elgin and South Elgin, but the entire area. Emergency responders, nurses, doctors, public works, anybody that's a first responder, and especially veterans. And so veterans are going to be a part of it. 4 different stage tributes sprayed out through the course of the day, in between some great live music. And I really love the live music that we have lined up for this year. We're going to start with our friends Deacon Frost. We've had them the past couple of years. We're going to have them again this year. And they'll start at 11 a.m. And then our second band is going to be Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, which we also had last year and were very good. And they're also going to be a part of the Elgin History Museum's car show on July 14th. So if you want to hear how Rick Lindy sounds, you'll like him. It's a jukebox legends music, lots of 50s and 60s. Roy Orbison, Johnny Cash, all those great artists from then. And that'll be Rick will be performing at about 1:30. He and his band at our festival. Coming up at 3:30 in the afternoon. For the first time, we're going to have a little blues music on stage. A guy by the name of Jimmy Nick, who's got a great backup band. He's wild and crazy. He's fun, and he plays great blues music. So that'll be a good, entertaining show at 3:30. And then we're going to finish with a band called Junkyard Groove. They played 2 years ago. Good, solid, mainstream rock and roll, maybe a little country from the 90s and maybe the 2000s as well. It's a Junkyard Groove coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. We're going to wrap things up at about 7 that day. And one of the things that has made our festival so much fun the past couple of years, Dean, is the car show. And that's because of our friend John Polero, JP Car Shows, who's going to be having car shows all around the area this year. We'll probably be broadcasting from a few of them, but he's a part of our car show. We're looking forward to having John Polero and the Great Classic Cars out there again this year.
You know, one of the nice things, too, that John has done, he has so many different car shows that he's involved in throughout the different communities across the Fox River Valley. And he's been a big contributor. He's been given a lot of proceeds to support America First Responders Fest. You know, we're a not-for-profit organization that WRMN has basically taken as our, as our philanthropic arm, we'll call it, for the time being. We're going to turn it into a nice foundation. We're going to try and add some type of scholarships that will support maybe young people in broadcasting or people that want to go into being first responders. It'll be a blend. And I think we need one and all. You know, sometimes you wonder, what is a first responder? You know, first responder is just anybody that lends that hand. I mean, your media is first responders because they're going out there and they're getting the story. And they want to let you know where not to go or what to avoid or what's happening in the area. Your public works department. You know, when you have trees down and yes, the firemen are making a rescue and the police officers are directing the traffic, you still need people to get these trees out of the way, and they need to make, paths so people can get through. So everyone's a first responder in one way or another. And we take them all very seriously, and we give a high regard for what they do. Some are paid professionals, some are volunteers. It really doesn't matter who you are. When you're giving of yourself and you're putting that foot forward to help another person, we believe that's where it's at, and that's how it should be. So, yeah, we look forward to seeing you at that fest. We really look forward to getting you folks out here today. We want to see you community days right here in Gilbert's. We have, I'm looking at the trucks, man. I'm dying to get myself a sandwich when this broadcast is done, and we'll get the crew over here. We'll get ourselves something good to eat. But, yeah, we do have a little bit of rain. It's a moderate drizzle, I would call it. But it's going to lighten up. So stay tuned. And here we are back to Mark again.
Yeah, I'm looking at that food you were just talking about. I was over there taking a picture of it a short time
Yeah.
ago. It's your typical fair food, which is always good food. Well, not good for you necessarily, but good tasting food. Italian beef sandwiches are available today. They have a pulled pork sandwich, cheeseburger, barbecue boneless rib sandwich available for you, calamari rings, mozzarella sticks, uh, cheese fries. If this isn't fair food, I don't know what is. Deep fried pickles are available today, this afternoon as well. The world famous pizza puff is for sale for you, and jalapeno poppers. I think you've got all the fair food covered here. Onion rings and mac and cheese bites, all available here at one of the food stands. They also have po' boys and chicken nuggets, a fish sandwich, gyros. I think they have every possible food group represented here today. The lemonade stand, like Dean mentioned, and cold beverages too. And the final band of the evening does not start until later on at, let's see, at 8 o'clock tonight with Hairbangers Ball. Eric Case Band is scheduled to start at 1:30. I'm not sure if this rain is going to postpone them a little bit or not. I know they are a little nervous pulling some of the sound covers off of the speakers and stuff. So it may get a little bit postponed because we have started to pick up the pace on the rain a little bit again for this hour. But tomorrow, it's live music, and tomorrow's supposed to be 77 degrees and sunny here in Huntley and in Gilbert's. And at 1:30 tomorrow, it is the Dynamics, Fortunate Sons, which is a Creedence Clearwater cover band at 4 o'clock. And then it's going to be a little late in the day for me on a Sunday night, but Dancing Queen by ABBA is the final act. That's tomorrow night between 6 and 9 o'clock to end up this Gilbert's Fest. So, yeah, when you have a 3-day festival, you're going to have little bouts of rain from time to time. Last night, the weather was great. Tomorrow, the weather's going to be great. And I think this evening's the weather's going to be very nice. So we're just in a little rain period right now that's kind of setting us back a little bit, Dean. But it's part of what the festival is all about, right?
It's like a live show. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, anything could happen. We were rained on 3 or 4 different times, so thank God we got Ben over here and repositioned us and made sure we can get ourselves a good broadcast and not get soaking wet. But yeah, when you're doing an event that's outside, it is what it is. We have to take the weather, we have to work with the elements, and I think it's all going to work out just fine. We're going to get some people in here. But yeah, looking around, the rain has increased, since in the past 5 or 10 minutes. So it's certainly going to keep people out of here. But when it does stop, boy, there's plenty of activities. They have a crafter, and the business expo is what really started things from 12 to 5. And there's a lot of people that are partnering with all of that as well. Saturday, the police and fire department are going to be coming out. You're going to, they have different games that they're going to do. You're going to be able to try on some of their gear, some of the equipment that they wear, get an understanding of, that firefighting gear is actually pretty heavy. Even they've reduced the weight of the masks. They've come up with a different type of cylinder. They used to be all steel rather, so self-contained breathing apparatus. But now they're made like of an aluminum alloy, which does make things a lot easier. But you start adding that, and you're carrying an axe, you got a belt, you got the fire coat, them boots are heavy as it is, and now you're dragging hose into a burning building, in a hot burning building. You got a lot of elements working against you. So we take our hat off certainly to our fire department out here as well as the police. I mean, things have been happening so readily with police departments. I mean, if you look at the amount of accidents that have increased on our streets lately, just the amount of incidents that are going on, there's a little bit of maybe we'll call it a mental health crisis that's kind of triggering people that maybe weren't, as readily to be upset in this world today. So that's why I think if we spread that kindness, start being more level-headed, and having these type of festivals, getting away from that COVID stuff, that's long behind us. We got to get back talking to people. We got to see someone on the street. They walk down the street. You're in Gilbert's. You're over there at the one place we're going to have the car show. Cruising. What a great restaurant that is. You see people on the street, stop and say hi. Hit the door for somebody. You're walking in and out of the Walmart. You're going to Target. You're wherever you are. you're in your local town, the local Ace Hardware. Start talking with people. Get some nice dialogue going together. I think this is what we need. We have a lot of people out here that are going to be coming to Gilbert's today. Make it your business. Know these businesses that are here. Know who's supporting community days. Know who's standing behind, the village at Gilbert's. The village president guy, Zambetti. He puts a lot. There's a lot of effort that goes into not only a festival, but how about running this city? I mean, or village. I apologize. Running the village. It takes a lot. So we thank Riley again, Riley Lynch, for putting together the festival, inviting us over here, getting us an opportunity to talk. You put a mic in my hand, I'm going to talk all day. Mark's pulling at my jacket. Give me the mic back. But we're just trying to fill you in because honestly, the stage was set a little differently. We did have the different vendors that we were going to do live interviews. So you know what we'll do? We'll fill it in. We're pretty good on our feet. We can fix things around, and we'll let you know what's going on around us. So you heard the lineup already on the stage. You know all the good sponsors. There's great entertainment. All we're going to ask now is a little luck with the weather, and I still see some of the clouds. You can see some of it breaking up.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is long term. I had the Weather Channel on earlier, and like I said, they're talking maybe a 2-hour stint of this rainy weather, and I think we're going to be on our way. So please don't forget Community Days right here at the village of Gilbert's. It's going to be a great festival. Mark, back to you.
Thanks, Dean. I think we'll just keep it here till about 1 o'clock, about 9 minutes till the top of the hour here. And we're on WRMN Radio on YouTube today. We were going to have some of the vendors. There's a business expo supposed to be going on right now, but like everything's kind of delayed at the moment. I think the business expo is supposed to go until 5 o'clock today, though. Yeah. AAA roofing contractor is going to be on hand. American Legion Post 0679. Those guys have been hanging out under their tent ever since we've gotten here today. The local American Legion. Of course, we have our American Legion Post 57 with our great commander Mark Smith and Elgin doing great things in our city, but all the American Legions of the area pitching in and doing great things, are great veterans in the area. Artfully Abstract is supposed to be here. I know a couple of these businesses, I believe, canceled today because of the rain, but you can come see some of them. Dog Jitsu Training. That's interesting. That would be an interesting interview if the person from Dog Jitsu Training is around. The Elgin Recycling Company is providing the dunk tank, and I think we're going to try to have a dunk tank at America's First Responders Fest this year.
So you just got to step out.
Yeah, right. You don't have to really get under the water in the dunk tank to get wet today. Fox River Valley Library is here. Red Barn Animal Hospital is here. Shocks Towing, St. Peter's Lutheran Church, TVG Medulla LLC, Cairo One Wellness, say that 5 times fast, and the WEC Auto Group. I've seen the ladies from the WEC Auto Group. They are here. That's a place that's located in Elgin as well. So come out today all the way through the evening, and eventually we're going to have some festivities once this rain lets up. It's only going to be about 65 degrees today, so bring a sweatshirt. I don't think the sun's going to be coming out until maybe later in the evening. But tomorrow, the perfect day, 77 degrees here in Gilbert's for the final day of our festival. I want to invite you to listen to the first shift Monday through Friday here at WRMN. That's my show. It's on from 6 until 10. I got my friend Larry Jones, who joins me 3 days a week. He'll be with me on Monday morning. We'll wrap up what happened over the weekend in news and sports and talk to you. You can always give us a call on the show at 847-931-1410. Phone lines are always open. Like Dean said, it's community radio. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. And call us on the show Monday morning between 6 and 10. Let's see, Monday, I don't have any guests scheduled in the 9 o'clock hour, so I've been enjoying playing some more music on my show over the past 2-3 weeks, and I look forward to having a more music hour coming up Monday morning in the 9 o'clock hour for you. Sonar's handling the middle of the day with Ben Devonian Boquist, who's handling the camera for us today here in Gilbert's, and they take you out to lunch between noon and 2 every day. And I've been trying to hook Sonar up with some good interviews every day on his show at 12:30. I think we had some great interviews this week talking about the dams and other things. And I know State Representative Anna Moeller from Elgin is supposed to be Sonar's guest at 12:30 on Tuesday of this week. We have the new open book show that Leah has put together from the Gilbert Library, which takes place Monday in the 1 o'clock hour in the afternoon. Our radio shopping show is still a part of our station, on the air right now between 3 and 6 each day, and our Redemption Center is open between noon and 3 each day, so 6 hours for you to shop on the radio shopping show. And we're going to try to do more live Saturday morning programming in the weeks to come too, Dino. I know that's a goal, one thing that maybe we've been falling a little short with in the past few weeks, but we're going to have more live Saturday morning programming, and I believe Matt's going to be live in the studio next Saturday morning doing some radio shopping show and other things. Sonar was there today as the Pride Parade is taking place in the city of Elgin right now today. And tomorrow morning in the city of Elgin is the Foxtrot, the 5K run that I'm going to be running in tomorrow morning at 7:30. And I appreciate all the first shifters who guessed my time for tomorrow. Whoever gets the closest wins a pair of shoes, running shoes, from Dick Pond Athletic in St. Charles, Dick Pond Athletics. And we have on our website a link to sign up for the Rapid Response 5K, which will be our 5K that actually starts an hour before our festival technically begins at 11. The 5K will be at 10 a.m. on September the 7th. So be a part of the Rapid Response 5K, September the 7th, 10 a.m. over at Penton Mill Park, the beginning of what's going to be a great day that day for us. And we won't have any rain. Right, Dean? We won't have any rain that day.
I don't think we're going to. Listen, I want you to show off your Spanish. What show did we have on this morning?
Las Mananitas, I believe is how you say
Tell
it.
us a little bit about that.
You know, I had Elisa and Rafa on my show this week. They're great. Their show's got a great future on the radio station, and it's on every Saturday morning, 7 o'clock, and it's part of what we're doing. I mentioned Open Book a few minutes ago, right? And Las Mananitas on Saturday mornings at 7 o'clock. Different variety of shows, and that's something that you're really taking pride in as far as we try to grow the radio station from a local standpoint, right, Dean?
Absolutely. That's what we're really striving for. We want to have 7 days a week, 6 to 6, live broadcasting right from our station. That's what we're all about. We're community broadcasting. We're working on making our place, we're coining it the largest green room ever. By the time we get done with our renovations, we are going to have a area that everybody's going to be welcome to. Come on in, hang out, have a little hospitality, free coffee and whatever, discussions, whatever you want to bring up, see what we're all about, take a tour of the place. But the idea is to just bring the community, to everybody. That's our goal. We want to bring everybody that's doing anything within the community, any special interest, any business that wants to be talked about, come on out and see us. We're glad to be a part of this community and all the communities in the Fox River Valley. So please be our guest. We are definitely the voice of the valley, the talk of the town, home of the radio shopping show, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you. You about good, Mark?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let Mark say goodbye to everybody. Thank you very much for your time. You got to come out here. I'm telling you, I'm gonna promise you the rain's gonna stop because I was watching the weather. So come on out to the Village of Gilbert's Community Days. Don't let nobody down over here. Come out and see Guys and Betty. You know he's going to be here. Riley Lynch will be on the grounds. They'll all make you feel welcome and comfortable. So in the meantime, I'm going to sign off. Give it to Marky, and have a great day, everybody. Thanks, Ben, for your help on the technical side.
Absolutely. We have a YouTube comment from Wendy Edwards.
Yeah.
Good program, Four Corners. I've been listening this week and last week. So,
I don't think you're getting out of here yet because I think just as we're about to go off the air,
hey, let's do
we're
it.
going to have a couple of interviews.
I think here's our jiu-jitsu dog guy.
Yeah, I think you're right.
reset.
What's that? So we are live at the Village of Gilbert's, and
Go for it.
we are just going to continue here, I guess. And I'm going to hand the microphone back to Dino in a moment and let him talk to a couple of our guests that are coming in, part of our business expo here today. We are at the Village of Gilbert's, and we're in a bit of a rain delay right now. Live music's going to be delayed at least for a little while today while the rain continues here in Gilbert's. But the festival is underway, and you can come and see us. And when the live music does start, it will be 4 o'clock this afternoon. Our friends from South Elgin that we will be focusing on, and that is Smoking Guns. I had a brain fart for a moment. Smoking Guns at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Run Forest Run tonight at 6, and the Hairbangers Ball tonight at 8 o'clock. And then tomorrow, on what's going to be a perfect weather day. The Dynamics at 1:30. At 4 o'clock, Fortunate Sons, a CCR cover band. And at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Dancing Queen will be the final show in this weekend's festival. And don't forget about the Classic Car Show here in Gilbert's tomorrow morning. It starts at 9 a.m. You're listening to WRMN's YouTube page as we broadcast in the pouring rain from Gilbert, but we are understage, so we're dry at the moment. And I think we're going to have Dino come back here in just a moment and talk to a couple of our business owners. I think we might have the jiu-jitsu dog guy, for lack of a better way of describing him. We can describe himself in just a moment as our broadcast continues. Let's see. We are in Gilbert's on this Saturday afternoon, pouring rain, about 61 degrees right now, and we are on YouTube, and I'm officially killing time, waiting for Dino to see if he's going to come back here and take the microphone. I thought we were going to wrap up for a moment there, but it looks like we're going to continue for the next couple of minutes. We're at WRMN Radio. If you want to check out our website, WRMN1410.com is the website to please check out. You can shop on the website. Hopefully you had a nice day with bidding for bargains yesterday and bingo, our game day, which takes place once a month on the final Friday of every month. And that's what's happening on our website. And, of course, the YouTube page has been something that we've had going for the last couple of months now. Every day on the morning show, every day during local programming, we are broadcasting on YouTube. Gilbert's here on this Saturday afternoon. I'm Marky B from the first shift. And we're going to have you, Dino? Yeah. Dino, come back here for a moment and steal my thunder. We're going to have a business owner joining us here on the show as we continue our Gilbert's Community Day live broadcast on YouTube. Here you go, brother.
All right, listen, we got a good lineup here. We're going to have two good guests. Our first guy that's going to come up right now is we got Cliff Cato, and he's with Garage Condo. So the first thing I said, well, what's a garage condo? Well, I mean, it's obvious what a condo is. And I guess what is it? Maybe some type of a share garage, I'm thinking. I says, I'm on the airwaves already trying to get someone to find us a garage because we got 2 fire trucks for our promotions. And then our van, which is a media van that goes out to the different locations. So already me and Cliff are best friends because he's going to find me a location that I need. So, I'm pretty much just going to say, hey, Cliff, tell us a little bit about what you do. Tell us where you're located. I understand you're a business in Gilbert, which is great. And just give us the whole lowdown. What goes on with these garage, these garage condos?
Sure thing.
What's your mouth?
All right, Cliff Cato here with Bespoke Motor Union. Luxury garage condos coming to Gilbert's in 2025. And the luxury garage condo is basically, think of a man cave and a storage facility that came together. You have your toys on the bottom and your playroom on top. It's a community for automotive enthusiasts to get together and bond and build community together. Bespoke Motor Union is our website, bespokemotorunion.com. Thank you.
So you say it's like a two-piece thing. I mean, there's is it like a 2,000 square feet little section, or how big is your own personal section, or is it all shared with everybody?
So it's your deeded condo, just like if you were to purchase a condominium. And the smallest unit is 800 square feet, all the way up to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 square feet. You're able to customize it to however you may want it to be. Each unit comes with a balcony. They have lots of glass for natural light. There's some units that are passed through with 2 balconies as well, a mezzanine, etc. It's a playroom with toys down below.
So maybe one more question. Is it a place where, say I wanted to do some work on it, I want to do some body and fender, is it more of a display area, or can you get away with doing maybe some fixing up or some type of repairs to the vehicle that you have?
Sure, it's your space. You can certainly do some repairs to the vehicle. Obviously, we don't want anything that's going to create chemicals or anything of that nature, like painting and anything like that in the facility. But oil changes, tire changes, some light mechanical work, it's absolutely your space to do that.
Okay. So, this is really a great opportunity from just listening to what you're talking about. You get a couple guys to partner. It doesn't have to be one guy.
Yep.
You got this car show that they're going to be having on Sunday at 9 o'clock. Our guy, John Polero, may be interested. We can maybe get some flyers, some kind of handouts from you. And this would be this is more of a, you're at the place where your car's ready because I've got a couple fire trucks that I've restored, and I've kept it as now it's time to show them all. And you want to have your upper area, or maybe you got your collection of other, in my case would be police and fire stuff because of my background. So you would have all the items there. And it's just got a nice little place to hang out. And it's a place to keep your place safe. And somewhere to display. What good is having this stuff like in boxes? Like I have all kinds of collection of items. And you'll see at our radio station, they're going to start coming out of the boxes. Because if you can't display your items, what good is having it? So, you put a lot of work into your cars, and it sounds like this is going to be one heck of a facility. How long has the facility been in place?
So we're going to break ground in spring of 2025, and it's about 144 different condominiums you can purchase. There's also a clubhouse with some outdoor amenity space as well, large fire pit, or just want to build community within the car community.
Excellent. Well, that's great. I appreciate it. Anything else that you want to add more that we didn't address?
Now check us out, website.
I'm going to give the microphone right back. Let's get that website out there. But he is here. He's got an orange tent just on the other side of this rainy field right now. You can't miss him, and it sticks out. It's right next to the little Army vehicle as well. That's here. So I'm going to give it right back here to Cliff. He's going to give his phone number and website. And please make every effort. Sounds like a cool facility. I think I could. I think maybe we could talk about this. I know right now I'm needing a place that I could access to get in and out of. But this also looks like a place for one of the. I got a 1946 that I restored that I'd like to put someplace. All right, Cliff. We're going to talk. I'm going to let Cliff give his website and his phone number.
Yep. So the website is www.bespokemotorunion.com. Come check us out. You can email us there for contact, or swing by the Gilbert's Community Days today. We have some great photos for you to take a look at to see the concept and what's coming. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cliff. I appreciate your time. Our next person we're going to bring up over here, a gentleman by the name of Ron Graziano. So, nice fellow Italian. I was able to get that name out just perfectly. He's with KMA of Sleepy Hollow. And KMA is a martial arts facility. And I'm going to let, once again, I'm going to let Ron tell us a little bit about it. And he can tell you what he does. I know he does a lot of interacting with a lot of youth groups, which is kind of nice, teaching the youth early on. A lot of people, when you talk about martial arts, they're always watching these, the Bruce Lee movies or what's the other, Jackie Chan, and it's, it's violent and everybody's hurting. And that's not what it is. Martial arts is more discipline. It's more, from what I know of it anyhow, it's more composure. It's more knowing when to use your talent or your skill and when not to. And I think that goes back to, again, a lot of what we speak. Self-control is very important today. But being armed with a good craft of the martial arts doesn't hurt either in today's world if you have someone that maybe is going to, come up on you. So I'm going to let Ron talk a little bit more about it because I'm certainly not a professional on it. So, Ron, give us your deal.
Hey, Dean, thank you so much for having me on WRMN this morning. So listen, our Kikido Martial Arts School is also a licensed child development center, and you hit it on the head, right? We want to start kids as early as possible. We start training children as young as 3 years old. As long as they're potty trained, they're going to be on the mat with their parent in our 3 and 4 year old age-specific, age-appropriate training. One of the things that uniquely places us here in the community is that we provide our martial arts training, but we do it in a way that's age-specific, age-appropriate, so that we're helping children, kids, teens, and adults develop physically, intellectually, emotionally, and socially. And the way we do that is we provide that age-specific training, the consistency and structure of the martial arts school, the martial arts uniforms, the martial arts customs and courtesy is what helps facilitate the development of exactly those 4 things that are most important to us: confidence, focus, discipline, and self-control. Now, we do that in our martial arts school right here on Route 72 in Sleepy Hollow, right across the street from the Jewel, behind the Dunkin' Donuts at 1049 West Main Street. And we have a 4,800 square foot school where we have over 3,000 square feet of martial arts training space, specially designed just to serve you and your family.
Well, now that summed it up pretty well, didn't it?
It did.
You're talking about an interview. I didn't have to say a single thing. Ain't that great? I talk too much anyhow. That's what they all tell me. No, but very seriously, that was great, a great introduction, and I think you should want to check out Ron. I mean, he's got a great demeanor. The guy's in good shape, so I think he can handle everything over here. But it's a good opportunity. Getting that youth in there young, I think is really what it's all about. But let's get one more time. How about that phone number and your website? How people can reach you? Give it to them, and we're gonna go on to our Miracle Legion.
Awesome. All right, you can find us at www.kma Sleepy Hollow, all one word, kmasleepyhollow.com. You can find us on Facebook at KMA Sleepy Hollow. You can find us on Instagram at KMA Sleepy Hollow. If you Google search us, you're going to find us and find over 150 five-star reviews from parents just like you who have had an opportunity to experience our program and experience a life change. You can contact me by phone at 224-281-2601. Dean, thank you so much for an opportunity to share my business with the local community.
The community needs to know that guys like yourself are behind the Village of Gilbert's. I mean, like I said, this is a small community. This is a great opportunity working with the youth. I mean, what better reward is it than working with the youth and watching them be able to capture such an art and what you're teaching them. I think it's a great opportunity. So, listen, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll have you again, huh?
Awesome.
All right, sir. Well, we just heard from Ron Graziano. We're going to invite right now a gentleman from the American Legion. He's with post number 679. He happens to be the senior vice commander, and his name is Jim Beal. American Legion does so many great things. We have such a high regard for our military, because as we explained, the America First Responders Fest. First and foremost, we honor and respect our military. Without our military, we have no freedoms. The military allows us the right to vote. It allows us to have the freedom of our religion. The military is first line in everything that we do. So we owe them an extreme amount of gratitude and debt to all that they do. I'm with the Knights of Columbus as a 4th degree member, and that's the military arm which supports all of our veterans. And there's so many great groups that the American Legion supports and sponsors and stands behind. So I'm going to let Jim talk more about it. You know, my interviews are just, I want you to know who these people are. These people are pillars of the community. I mean, everybody that steps up and volunteers their time. And here we are in the Village of Gilbert's. This is quite a thing to do. Jim Beal, how long you been with the American Legion?
18 years.
18 years serving as a volunteer for the American Legion. Not to mention his years of service, which I am going to ask him in advance. Maybe he could give me his years of service, and then he could go on to tell what he does over here at Lodge 679, right here in Gilbert's, as the senior vice commander. I give you Jim Beal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you guys for having us. First of all, we don't have our own folks. We meet down in Dundee at the VFW, and we have the Dundee. We cover Dundee and Carpentersville and also Gilbert's, and they allow us to meet there, and they're great for us.
Partners.
And we do a lot of functions with them. I got to get this out because last weekend, I don't know whether you know it, we brought the Wall at Heels in
The live
the
broadcast.
Vietnam Wall up here at Randall Oaks. And if you guys didn't see it, well, I'm sorry. I mean, it was a great event. I mean, there's 58,000 names on that wall, and it's our job to really honor all those people. And we did it. I mean, it was a great thing. We went around all the villages and asked for donations, and we got it. And Gilbert's was one of them, and they did a fantastic job. And I can't thank Gilbert's enough for that.
As you are aware, each and every one of us were there. I'm fortunate to have a veteran as a partner, Dennis Sonar Green, and he was there. Marky B, he was there as well. Ben, our production gentleman was there. Myself. So yeah, our whole station was there, and it wasn't about us. It wasn't about WRMN being there. It was about each one of you being there. It was about being able to bring this wall for the individuals that needed that connection. You watch so many of the programs on TV, Wounded Warrior. I mean, you could just one right after the other. The pain is not always the physical injury. Yes, you have a physical injury they endure. Some don't come back with all the parts they went there with. Again, that's what the military does for us. That's what they do. They serve for us. But it's that peace, that mental connection, that peace of mind that they need. How many brothers were out there serving right next to, in the same foxhole, and he didn't come home, but you did. That's a difficult thing to bear, and I have no idea how that has to feel. That wall brings that healing, from what I'm told, and what I'm understanding, what I've witnessed. You could see the emotions that are able to come out of the individual and make that connection and know that there's still brothers here, whether they're military or every one of us, we're all brothers and sisters of our God. And I think we need to be there for each other and have the legions and the VFWs and support such a program. I think is an awesome thing. And what you do for the Legion, Jim, is really admirable. And I thank you for all your service. We certainly thank you for everything you do. But is there anything you'd like to say in closing on this?
Well, I'll tell you what, first of all, I know it's a damp day, but there's not too many people out here. So if you want to come out to Gilbert's Days, we'd love to have you. Right now, we're selling raffle tickets for for a 65-inch television, and we've got other deals going here. We're still doing challenge coins from the wall and also shirts. But I'll tell you what, before I give this over to Mark, we're looking for guys bid. So if you've been in the service and you're looking for a place to call your home, we'd love to have you. Our meeting is the first Wednesday of each month, and we'd love to have you and come and sign up with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks a lot, sir, for being here. Thank you for your service. All right, it is our continuing coverage from rainy Gilbert's on a Saturday afternoon. Dino is holding down the fort here. Lots of great interviews for you as we continue our broadcast here on YouTube, at WRMN Radio on YouTube for a few minutes. I thought we were going to wrap up about 1, but now I think we're going to carry it till about 1:30. Dino's got one more interview to go. If you are viewing and you are thinking about coming out to Gilbert's, take your time. We have a pretty heavy or at least steady rainfall right now, and it looks like it's going to continue for a little bit longer, maybe a couple of more hours before it lets up. In fact, the first band of the day, the Eric Case Band, has been canceled. So now the target is to start with Smoking Guns at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and hopefully they'll still have Smoking Guns and Run Forest Run, and then the Hair Bangers Ball later on tonight. So 3 great bands are still on the schedule. The festival is open. If you want to come out, make sure you bring an umbrella and bring a light jacket because it's only going to be in the 60s today. But don't forget that tomorrow we're looking at a 77-degree day, bright sunshine, and a car show that starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. It sounds like a great start to a Sunday morning to come out and hang out at a classic car show. And they're going to have it at Pub 72 and Cruisin's right here in Gilbert's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So tomorrow will be a bright day of sunshine. We're going to have music later on today, but the first band has been canceled, the Eric Case Band, and Smoking Guns will start this afternoon, hopefully on target at about 4 o'clock. I'm going to hand the mic back over to Dino for another interview, one more interview, while we continue our live coverage here on YouTube on this Saturday afternoon. Dino?
Well, thank you very much, Mark. Hey, I'm back. You guys missed me? I hope not. But anyhow, listen, we got some 2 more guests we're going to bring up right now, and they happen to be from the library, Fox River Valley Library. Today we have Corinne with us and Heather. And today they're going to talk about, we got this reading party that's going to kick off this coming Monday in East Dundee, of all places. It's going to be from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So, again, my style is they have the information. I do the introductions and I let them talk about it. So we're going to first start with Corinne, and then Heather's going to chime in, and they're going to have a little explanation of how this great party is going to kick off. Corinne, here you go.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. We want to invite everybody to our summer reading kickoff party, which is happening this Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the library. And it is free community events. We're going to have crafts, and you can pick up your anything you need to rent from the library, from the books to video games. We can also sign you up for a library card, and you can also register for our summer reading program. And Heather, can you talk about our summer reading program?
Yes, its adventure begins at your library. You can sign up. It's a bingo themed. And once you finish it, you get great prizes, including a t-shirt and tickets to the pool party.
And again, this is free for the whole community. So come out on Monday and really kick off summer with the library. We'd be excited to have you there.
So I'm going to ask it. I'm looking at the flyer because I'm cheating. They do have a website. It's frvpld.info. So that's the Fox River Valley Libraries. It's in Dundee, East Dundee, Randall Oaks Library. What's the actual address?
It's 500 North Randall Road, I believe.
500 North Randall Road, for those who haven't been. Oh, here, did I see it right here? Yeah, 500 North Randall Road. This is one more thing again. This is a party that, you're trying to get your little ones to have something to do over the summer. There's nothing better than, getting them involved in a book, have them sometimes at quiet time. You get a day like today. Who expected this rain? We sure didn't. So you got a rainy day on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. You were supposed to maybe go to the park district at the water park, which I guess you could still go in the rain. But let's just say you were going to go to the zoo or something, and you didn't want to get rained on. So you go over to the library, and you check out this party. There's a lot of different books. I'm sure they could check books out for, a couple weeks at a time through the summertime. You have a little something for the, for the kids to do during the summer. It's not all about playing and chasing around. You want to keep their minds active. You want to make sure that while they're on summer break, they don't forget the stuff they were supposed to be taught in school all that time. And the library is always a good partner. I think the library offers good knowledge, stuff that maybe they wouldn't ordinarily read. They could read fiction, maybe if they've been reading too much, what's the other? Not the fiction.
Nonfiction?
Yeah, that's it. History is what I was trying to say. Sorry. Yeah, you can tell how much school I went to. But seriously, you could, you get some books of fiction. There's all types of other varieties of books that they have at the library. So give them a check out. Make sure you go to the party. What the heck? 6 to 8 o'clock. It's this Monday, East Dundee. And you don't want to miss it. That's Fox River Valley Libraries. And it's, we said, 500 Randall Road. Ladies, thank you very much. Anything in closing you want to say more about this?
No, come and check out the library this summer.
They want to see you at that library. Get the kids out of the house and get them in a book. Get that nose in a book. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Well, I think that takes care of our interviews at this point. I hope you enjoyed what we were able to bring to you today on this rainy day in the village of Gilbert's. I mean, we would have missed it for the world. I mean, they put on the stage is set out here. I mean, the field is ready to go. Community Days is still going to go on. I just heard Mark saying that they did, however, cancel the first band. Well, we didn't cancel on you. So we stayed with you. We're going to be here. Come on out and see everybody. Come on, grab yourself a bite to eat. And we're going to sign off at this point. Thank you very much from WRMN. Remember, the voice of the valley, the talk of the town. And I'll let Marky say his final goodbyes.
Thank you, Dino. Great job on the interviews. You might have a future in this.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you might. Thanks, everybody, for viewing today on YouTube and for listening on WRMN on the radio station for the rest of the afternoon. We've got Rich on Tech, a great tech show between now and 4 o'clock this afternoon. Don't forget about the movie For Profit that we're going to be talking about a lot the next couple of weeks in theaters on June the 21st for all of us to see. On the 21st of June. That's a great local movie with a lot of Elgin ties, and so we look forward to talking about that the next couple of weeks. My partner Larry Jones, former South Elgin Police Chief and radio extraordinaire, joins me Monday morning as we do our first shift show 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. And I'll have a more music hour at 9. And don't forget about America's First Responders Fest. That's our festival coming up on September the 7th. We come to all these other festivals to broadcast and to cheat, to make our very own festival better for you. That's why we save ours for September, so we can see what everybody else does in May, June, July, and August. So September the 7th at Panton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 until 7. Don't forget to sign up for the Rapid Response 5K. Go to our website. It's afrfest.org. And sign up for the 5K. Come run with me and come run with some of the first shifters on the 7th of September. Thanks to Ben for the camera work today. Thanks for all the great interviews, Riley Lynch. And
Sonar back at the studio.
Yep. So have a great day and come on out to Gilbert's. There will be live music later on. 4 o'clock now is the scheduled band to begin for the Smoking Guns at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And all day tomorrow here in Gilbert's as well. For Dino, I'm Marky B. Thanks for watching today on YouTube on WRMN.